Hola clase. We're going to be reviewing direct objects and direct object pronouns today. You had this in Spanish 1. Make sure you have your note sheet next to you. If you do not have it, you can go to Blackboard, Course Documents, Unit 1, Lesson 1. And underneath the link for this video, you will find the note sheet as well, the Word document you can print out. Okay, direct objects receive the action of the verb. That's why they're called direct, because they're receiving the action directly. To find the direct object, a lot of the times you read the subject and the verb, and it answers the question whom or what about the verb. Make sure you fill in those two sentences on your note sheet. Direct object pronouns replace the direct object noun. Here's an example in English. I have the passport. You ask the question, I have what? The passport. The passport is a direct object. Typically, the direct object is right after the verb. And then you want to say, I have it. So that's the pronoun. That's what we're talking about. Instead of saying the passport, we say it. Instead of saying the books, we say them. Now, in Spanish, it's a little different. In Español, tengo el pasaporte. I have the passport. Again, passport is still the noun. It's masculine. So it in Spanish is lo. And in English, it goes after. In Spanish, it goes before. Make sure you write down those examples as well on your notes. When a direct object is a person, you have to have the a in front of it. So ella busca a Jorge. She looks for Jorge. Even though the a is not expressed in Spanish, you have to have it there. So she looks for whom? For Jorge. So the pronoun for Jorge would be she looks for him. So ella lo busca, she looks for him. And again, pay attention to the fact that it goes, whoops, sorry about that. Pay attention to the fact that the pronoun is right before the conjugated verb, okay? But in English, it's after. Make sure you write these examples down as well. So here are the pronouns, the direct object pronouns, which answer the question what or whom. Me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, las. So please fill in the English on your sheets. Again, like I said, just feel free to pause this at any time. You may want to take all your notes, listen to what I'm saying, of course, and then replay it again without, filling out the notes a second time. You put the DOP before the conjugated V, which actually means you put the direct object pronoun before the conjugated. The V is verb. Sometimes it's a little easier. You put the DOP, conjugated V, okay, before the conjugated verb. So, yo veo a la profesora. I see the teacher. I see, whom do I see? The teacher is the direct object, okay? And you want to say, instead of saying I see the teacher, I see her. So her on the direct object pronoun is la. So when you rewrite it, it would be yo la veo. I see her. And you have to make sure it goes before the conjugated verb right here. That's very important. Because in English, it would be after. Okay? Make sure you write that example down as well. Here's another one. Héctor tiene el itinerario. So you read the sentence. Hector has, what does he have? If you take a look up here, you're asking yourself the question, what or whom? Okay, the whom was for this one, and now we're talking about the what for the Héctor. Hector has what? He has el itinerario, so that's the direct object. Typically, like I said, the direct object is directly after the verb. So you want to say he has it. So if you look at the pronouns up above, it, el itinerario, is masculine. So it would be lo. When you're writing these, you can actually write lo on top of it. And then when you rewrite it, it goes before the conjugated verb. So it is Héctor lo tiene. Hector has it. So just like adjectives, the direct object has to agree in number and gender with what it's talking about. So you might want to write this down as well. When we're talking about the third person, right here, we're talking about number and gender. Okay? Make sure you write down both of these examples. Now we're going to talk about placement like we talked before. Make sure you write these down. It can go before the conjugated verb or attached to an unconjugated verb. When you talk about an unconjugated verb are the ones that end in ER, IR, AR. You haven't changed it to the yo, the tu, the ella, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, etc. Okay, so you can attach it there. Typically, you would have an unconjugated verb when you have two verbs next to each other. The second one isn't conjugated. So you can say yo quiero comerlo or yo lo quiero comer. It does not matter. It cannot go in between here. Okay? No. You cannot put it in between. So make sure you write down that example. So next, that's all with the notes. What I would like you to do is I would like you to practice. Take a look at your sheets. It says rewrite the sentences, replacing the direct object pronoun. And here are the instructions as well. You're going to replace the direct object with the direct object pronoun, and you are going to translate the sentences, okay? So, no compro el coche, no lo compro, I don't buy it. So I want you to pause this recording, and then you're going to fill out the information, and then you're going to check your answers, okay? Now that you're back, let's see what you have. A lot of the times color coding helps because you can really see where it is. So number one, vemos la película, la vemos. I'm missing that period right there. Sorry about that. And that's we see it. Number two, quieren ver el mapa, lo quieren ver or quieren verlo, doesn't matter. So it could be they or you, plural. You want to see it, whatever, and it is the map. Number three, las miras, okay? So that's basically saying, do you see them? The photographs. Number four, I am looking for them. Number five, I read it. Number six, I prefer to make them. You can put them either way, like the other one. It can go in front or it can be attached. It does not matter, just like number two. Number seven, nos llaman, okay, they call us, or we're not sure if it's they, or it could be you call us, because there's no pronouns there. Miran, os miran, or los miran can be they look at us, they look at you. That would probably make the most sense, rather than saying, we can't really use ustedes form here, that would be you look at you. Number nine, I see them, or I look at them. Actually, this one would be see. Look at, ver is to see. Number 10, I see them. Number 11, let's wash them. We're talking about the plates, so we'll go in front. So, did your pronouns agree with what it was that you're talking about? Here we have the direct objects. I didn't underline them at the end to see if you knew what they were. And did you change them correctly? And did you put them in front? Please write down any questions that you have, and we will go over them tomorrow in class. Enjoy the rest of your evening.